I don't think we have any science at this time. I could check, but I'm pretty sure we've scienced all these things. It's possible, honestly, these material bays and the goo canister, yeah, I could actually get some science over here from these, but I want to save it for the moon. We'll get a lot more science out of that. I can check to see if we can do an EVA, maybe a crew report. I'm pretty sure I've done all these, yeah. High over Kerbal, almost certainly. Do an EVA over here. He has a flashlight on his head. EVA report, yeah, we've done all that. There's a little bit of a change here. If you ever get multiple dudes in your ship, you can actually slide. You can choose how many slots, how many of the astronauts you can see at any given time. And there's this fun little button here. Boop. So you can look inside your ship. Oh, it's not showing it to me right because of how I got the parts installed. Oh, that's too bad. I can actually look inside a little bit. Okay. How are we looking here? Good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and warp a bunch. We've already been to Min-Miss. We did Min-Miss first. It's very typical to do Min-Miss first. Min-Miss is much, much easier to land on. Although we're effectively using exactly the same ship here as I did for Min-Miss. So it's a little bit of a moot point. But we used a little bit more. We had a bit more fuel strapped on the outside of the ship to ensure that we have maximum delta V in total accessible to us. Because you need a little bit more to get to the moon. Let me go time warp 1000. It'll drop us down to 50 automatically. I'm going to wait a second to stabilize. Okay, we are currently high above the moon. I'm going to check to see if there's any repeatable science that I can do here. How about the thermometer? Nope, we've already... I'm pretty sure we've done that because I did do a flyby earlier, although might have the ability to do pressure. Yes, pressure is available. Crew report, almost certainly not because we've done that before. I'm going to EVA. Check to see if I can get an EVA. I'm pretty sure I've done the EVA, and I have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to detach from the ship, because right now I won't be able to reuse the barometer because it's got science in there. So what I'm going to do is collect the science. I'm going to take the data from the barometer. There we are. And then I'm just going to go and get back inside my little capsule and board. So the material bay and the goo canister can only be reused if you have a scientist to reset it. But everything else can be reused as long as you take the data out of it first, because otherwise you will just override the data. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plan a new maneuver. It's going to be right at the periapsis, and we're just going to be burning retrograde just to close up our orbit. Now, I'm not going to follow this maneuver exactly. I'm just using this as a bit of a placeholder so I know how close we are to the periapsis. Because right now it's quite roughly placed. And ideally, I would like to do this burn as close to the peri as possible. And because of reasons, it's more optimal. Anything that lowers your orbit, anything that lowers or makes a change to the apoapsis, which right now is like infinitely far away, you want to do at the peri. Basically, any change you do anywhere, it's very easy to imagine. No matter what I do to my engines right here, I'm not changing my position now. I'm changing my position in the future, right? My engines can't like go back in time and instantly teleport me somewhere else. So if no matter which way I'm pointing, if I burn my engines now, it doesn't change where I am now. It'll just change where I will be in the future. So you can easily think of that to say, if I do a maneuver at the periapsis, I am not going to change my periapsis. Periapsis is the lowest point in your orbit. I'm not going to change where that is. I'm just changing everything else about my orbit. Either mostly making changes to the point at the opposite side of the orbit. Or if you're burning sort of normal, anti-normal, then you're twisting the rest of the orbit. But again, you're twisting it relative to wherever you are now. So this is the periapsis. I'm taking my entire rest of my orbit and twisting it this way or something of that nature. So there you go. So I'm just moving the maneuver to be basically at the periapsis. There we go. And I'm just using that as a way to eyeball. And what I'm going to be doing when we hit it is I'm going to be burning retrograde, that is to say backwards, to slow ourselves down. And that's all that's going to happen, and then that'll close up my orbit. So again, we're about 3 minutes away from that periapsis right now. And it shouldn't be a very long burn. It's predicting about 12 seconds, and I think that's probably pretty accurate. I don't remember, we may have to stage. So we are just under 1 minute now. How much fuel do I have left? It's possible this is going to be enough fuel to complete my maneuver, but I'm not 100% positive. We got the sun right now, which is good. Just scooch up a little bit more. Okay. And assuming all the numbers are correct, we're going to have, we really only have to start the maneuver about 6 seconds before the node. But just in case I end up having to stage or something else goes weird, I'm going to start with about 10 seconds left. And go. Oh, that closed the orbit already. And yeah, I'm just going to cancel the maneuver. And I'm just going to watch. Just going to watch this come down, come down, come down. And do a little bit more. At some point, the apoapsis and periapsis, since I'm just dropping the other side, at some point, the other side becomes the lowest part of my orbit. And having done that, actually 25 kilometers, 25 kilometers, almost perfect, gorgeous. We technically have a wee bit of fuel left in this, but I'm going to go ahead and ditch it now. Lovely. Goodbye. So we have this entire stage left to actually deorbit and slow ourselves down a fair bit, which I think is going to end up being ditched partway down our descent. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to turn off the SAS, save. We're good. We're in a great orbit around the moon right now. We have nothing to worry about. We could stay here forever. Oh, apparently I completed something. Entered the orbit of the moon. Oh, and I completed a quest, our contract to orbit the moon, which gave me a reward. So yeah, since I have saved, I'm going to go check out the Space Center because I might have a new quest. Might be relevant to the moon. Oh yeah, our tail is now in orbit now, but we can pretend that we attach some explosive charges to this debris, and we can just go ahead and blow that up. Terminate. Boom. There we go. And I also have some debris left in orbit around Kerbal as well. That'll be there forever. So we're going to go ahead and boom that as well. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is check to see if we got a new mission. Hopefully we got something else for the moon. Science data from space around the moon. Yeah, well, we've got some. We got the barometer data. Oh, and I can probably get some more barometer data now that we're in low orbit as well. So I'm going to grab that. Excellent. Explore Duna. Oh, I should take that mission. I will, as soon as we got some room, because I'm capped on stuff, but it's not going to expire. We're going to take the Explore Duna mission. Lander 1. I should name this. We should name this mission after a subscriber, don't you think? Let's go ahead and do that. Our actual lander module. Rename Wessel. Subscriber list. And you are going to be the Jaffe Lander. There we are. Accept. Okay. I think everything is awesome. Great idea, Quill. Blow up a debris so close to your active ship, makes thousands of small metal shrapnels. Yeah. The thing to remember, though, it was ahead of us, so it's probably all still going away. All right, so where do I want to land? Well, right now, my desired landing spot is, I believe, on the dark side. I don't remember. Or was it this? It might have been that. Oh, it is this. No, this one here. Because this bit with the scar, we're landing on the crater next to it. So we want to land right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to wait until we're on the other side of here. Warped over here. And luckily enough, it will be in the light, which means that our solar panels will work, which is good because our engines now no longer have alternators. They don't produce power for us. Plus, it's a lot easier to land on the light side because you get to see shadows. Okay, we're going to go a little more up here. Now, the least fuel-efficient way to land is to simply get right above your desired location and then kill all horizontal movement. It's better if you do a little bit of work first, but actually what I'm going to do is I want to land a little further south. I want to land just on the lip of this crater. So I want to burn anti-normal, which will drop my orbit over here. Right around here. If I go and burn... Oh, I need to actually stage and light my engine first. There we go. And I should have done this a little further away. It would have taken less fuel. But there we go. I'm going to try to land somewhere around there, I think. Actually, it might be just inside. I might have overkilled it. I think actually I do want to land just inside here. Oh, poop. Hang on, let me turn around. It's only fuel. I'm sure we'll have enough to get home and not die. We'll have enough to leave the moon anyway. Worst case scenario, we run a rescue mission. And they're always fun. There we go. Somewhere around there. I think we just got a subscriber. Mr. Silvermatch, thank you very much for the resub. Alright, that looks right-ish. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then we're going to get ready to burn retrograde. And so, I mean, one sweet way, if I burn retrograde here, I'll be lowering my orbit. And ideally, I can drop the blue bit exactly where I want to land. I don't want to get it exactly there, though, because I'm still going to be going sideways quite quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it a little bit, because this is very efficient to do it quite this high. And ideally, you might want to do it from the other side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it so that it looks like we might hit the ground somewhere around here. There we go. Somewhere like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we're directly above our desired spot. Say right around here. Let me put a maneuver just as a marker. And then I'm going to burn completely sideways to kill all of our horizontal velocity as much as possible. Let's do that. And I can time warp a wee bit. So, our retrograde marker, again, that's our reverse. That's where we want to point to go backwards so that we kill all of our current speed. Most of our speed right now is horizontal, but that's going to stop being true. As I burn off my horizontal speed, more and more of it's going to be vertical. So I'm actually going to point directly to the horizon, sort of in line with this retrograde marker, and then burn. And my idea is to kill as much of my horizontal motion as possible until the retrograde marker goes all the way to the top of the ball. This is not the most fuel-efficient way to burn, but it is relatively brainless. Okay, I'm doing that too soon. Right around here. And you can see already, like a lot of my motion's now starting to go down. But again, I'm burning horizontal. I'm just trying to kill all my horizontal speed. And I'll know that, in theory, when my retrograde ball is right at the top of the nav ball. Might be a little hard to tell, though. We can get rid of the maneuver node. And we can see this go and go and go and go and go. I think I might fall short of my ultimate destination, but we'll see how it goes. Whoops, keep burning. Now I'm going to switch to surface mode. Now more and more of this surface speed is actually the vertical component of it. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because I actually do want to land, I think, more over there. I'm not positive. I don't remember exactly where the thing is that I want us to hopefully find. It's Easter, so we're hunting for Easter eggs. So I'm just going to point us retrograde momentarily here. And I'm going to try to keep our speed relative to the surface relatively low. Especially right now. I want to empty this entire tank. Even if I brought it all the way to 0, it would not be the worst thing in the universe here. Now, one thing to note is our altimeter here is surface above sea level. Not that there's a sea on the moon, but it's not surface height above the surface. That's what the radar altitude is. That's actual distance above the surface. Oh, I want to be over here, actually. Oh, poop. That's where I want to be, right over there. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I suppose I could try. Point sort of northeast-ish. Oh, and go into stability assist mode. Nope. Now closing in on the surface. Yeah, no, this is dumb. This is pretty crazy, actually. I'm just going to burn off as much speed as I can with this stage, and then we're going to stage. We're almost not moving at all. And mostly we're moving straight down here. So we'll just land where we can. I wonder how we can find that Easter egg from here. I'm not sure that we can. I missed. I thought it was down here, but it's right over here where we want to go. Okay, I don't actually want to land on this component. What's our distance? We're 1 kilometer above the surface. Alright, I'm going to do one more burn. There we go. And drop that. Why can't I stage? My stage is not locked. Oh, for crying out loud. No! Stop! Can I not stage when the engine's going on? Oh, for crying out loud! Why would you do this? That's... How come I couldn't stage? No, 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 that's not on me, game. That is not on me. Why could I not stage? It wasn't locked. See, it's green now. Why did it turn blinking red? Does anyone know why it couldn't stage over there? This is actually the second time I've experienced this in 1.1. There's some sort of new staging rule that I don't understand. And it would be nice. We can't get the help in there. The chat's just like, yes, very entertained. I don't know if anyone knows. Because everything is good. So we're just backing up a little bit. It will give us an opportunity to, say, correct our little landing thing. It's not electricity. We had electricity. Didn't we? Alt F2 log? Not sure that's going to help. We had our solar panels are working. We couldn't possibly have run out of electricity. Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, I could still decouple. Running out of electricity doesn't stop you from staging. Okay, so we want to land right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the maneuver node. Let me cancel that. And put the maneuver node over our actual destination here. Old bug, I presume, already encountered in 1.05. Happens to be in 1.05. Check your resources. Yeah, I mean, I should have throttled down before going and manually activating the engines, that's for sure. But it couldn't possibly be electricity. We should have unlimited electricity. But at some point, the staging light turned blinking. When I ran out of fuel or something. Oh, look, 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 look. No, okay. Okay, it goes red when I'm time warping, which is fair, but I wasn't time warping. Oh, no, hold on. I want to start burning retrograde. There we go. Now we're going to try to kill all our horizontal velocity. Probably waited a little too long, but we'll see what we can do. Because, yeah, right here, actually, right where I've just missed is where we want to be. What's the orange light on the top? I'm actually not sure what that one represents. Yeah, I should have started my horizontal burn a little faster. I'm going to actually burn a little further and try to send us back over this way. And maybe delay a little bit of my descent. That orange light is on when you're firing an engine. See, I can still stage now. I can still stage. I think that's where we're going. And we are starting to drift in that direction. Okay, stop. There we go. Right there. So a little bit more horizontal. Alright. That'll have to be good enough. And then... as we drift over that way, we will kill my new horizontal thing. So I'm trying to aim... it might be this dark spot. I'm actually not positive. I'm going to quick save here. Because our staging light is still green. Power's good. We should never run out of power. That's not the thing. Unless, did we run out when I set it to retrograde? They do use it pretty... a lot more aggressively then. That might be a thing. There! Right there! I can see it! I can see my destination! Ah! 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 Right there. Alright. Kill the horizontal. Looks like the nav ball is getting near the top. And start working on killing some of the vertical. There we go. Now I'm going to lock my stages. That's not what was going on last time, Meek. We literally could not stage. That's where I want to go. We'll probably just hike over there. I could try to land near to it, but that's asking for a lot of trouble. Just try and push, there we go. Just try and push the retrograde a little bit more directly to the top. Let's not forget to extend the landing gear. Are my lights on? Yes, they're on. See, power's good. And now the staging light is red because I've explicitly locked it, but it was blinking red last time. Oh, I'm braking too fast here. If we take a look at our comms, or our panel over here, you can see our height above the horizon, or above the ground, rather, which is different from this. So we're going to land while this is still counting down. We actually, because of our debris, we've got a nice little meter telling us exactly how far away from the ground we are. That's actually really handy. So there we go. We're actually decelerating it a little bit. A little more. A little bit of a shadow. There we go. That's why you land on the sunny side. Nice little shadow. Oh, make sure to go into SAS mode. Don't keep it on retrograde, because if you accidentally burn to the point where you move up a little bit, your retrograde sort of flips, and then your whole ship will flip to try to follow the retrograde, which is unpleasant. Look at that! Turn off the SAS. Turn off the ignition. Boom. Done. Excellent. Now, where was the thing I was looking for? Oh, over there. Okay, cool. We have landed on the moon. Okay, I'm not taking responsibility for the last crash. Psst. That's why we quick save, to deal with those sorts of situations. Okay, we have landed on the moon. Glorious. Before we get out, let's do the science experiments. You know, before we expose ourselves to the lack of air. The goo seems to be less dense here. The fine dust of the moon has intermixed with some of the samples. You have a sneaking suspicion that they'll never be able to get the lab clean again. We're going to grab a temperature analysis. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. Excellent. We'll grab our barometer. Pressure gauge is sitting there motionless. Perhaps you should tap it a few times to be sure. And we can also do a crew report. Record the crew assessment from the situation. We are currently sitting in the northwest crater. That's good, actually. So this is all from a very unique biome. A specific crater is a relatively small and limited area, so we're getting some very unique data here that we probably won't be duplicating later on. We can EVA. This might actually count as EVAing above the ground, and it is, which is a nice bonus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all the data and then restore it here. That way we've cleared our EVA log. So now I'm going to hop down. Boom! Da 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 da. Oh, let's turn on our headlights. Boop! Excellent. Blah la 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 la. All right. It's time to do the speech and the other things. Let's plant a flag. Although I just realized I may have planted the flag a little too close to the ship, so it might have gotten knocked over. Didn't Apollo 1 do that? They put down their flag, but it was too close. So when they took off, it knocked over the flag. I don't know. Second times the charm. And I'm putting a note here, northwest crater. That way when I look at the map over here, it'll have a little flag here in different modes, and then it'll be able to tell me where that flag was. So that's our debris over there. But we are going to hike. It's going to be a bit of a walk. Oh, you got to collect the samples. Was it over here? There it is. So what direction is that? That is, oh, almost completely south. No, that would be south. So it's sort of like south-southwest. Okay. So that way we know how to get back to our thing as well. I wonder if I should turn off the light. No, we got solar power. It's okay. We can take the EVA report from the ground, start to say something dramatic and poignant about the plight of Kerbal kind in this grand universe, only to be cut off by random radio chatter that the situation is nominal. And we'll take a surface sample as well. Ground material appears to be a combination of basaltic rock and breccia. Keep that, and let me go and just tuck this away in case we can take another sample somewhere. This is a little tricky thing to learn. There we go, grab there. And we're just going to go and store all our experiments in there. And then we're going to bop off again. All right, let's go for a walk. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Goes that way. Now, we don't have to walk. We could jetpack. We've got our own propellant over here. There it is. Whee! We are quite high up. Jetpacking on the moon. Jetpacking on the moon. Looking for Easter eggs because it is Easter. Sound effects are important. Whee! Jebpack. Yes, named in honor of the late Jebediah Kerman, who died as a result of coming in with too steep of a re-entry, and therefore going splat before his parachutes could actually stop him. Came in so steep, it was not safe to deploy the parachutes until we were less than a kilometer above the ground, and he came to a sudden dirt-based stop. So I'm just trying to kill our sideways motion here. Overshot it! It's okay. It's fine. Everything's okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. Excellent. We can walk the rest of the way. I'll just try to come in for a gentle little landing. On the ground, there's our shadow. Wow, we got quite high up. On Minus, I think you can enter orbit with your jetpack. Not on the moon. I'm going to try to kill our horizontal motion so we don't do a silly, like, rolly slidey thing. And just try to approach cautiously over here. Just a little faster jetpack. We still have a little over half our fuel. Is it? Yeah. So Zabloxer just asked if it's possible to escape the moon's gravity with just a jetpack, and I don't believe so. But I think you can go into Minmus orbit with your jetpack. You can almost jump your way into Minmus orbit. It's crazy. You jump and then you just use the jetpack to give yourself some sideways motion. Again, getting into orbit is not about going high. It's about going fast sideways. There we are, folks. This, apparently, if you check the latitude and longitude, I believe coincides with the landing site of Apollo 11 in real life. So there's a Neil Armstrong Memorial. Let's go ahead and land on top of this. And there we are. Ta-da! Let's rotate ourselves around, turn off the HUD, and take a screenshot. There you go!